Hey Scorpio, welcome back to Distilled Tarot. My name's Shannon. I'll be guiding you through today's reading. This is our daily reading for June 20th, 2025. Let's see what's going on with Scorpio. The heart of your reading, we have the King of Wands in reverse. I think this is you feeling powerless in some way, where you really feel like you deserve to have control in the situation. That prompts this anger, this impotent sort of rage, where you're like, why can't I get it done? This is my responsibility. Why are you not respecting my authority, perhaps, or trying to take control where you're not the one with the authority to do so, like someone else is usurping your arena? It feels somewhat justified, but it is like the shadow side of that energy coming out. I think you'd much rather be this King of Cups sort of character, like grounded, calm, centered, ruling from a place of unshakability. And I think it bothers you somewhat that you find yourself shaken. It means someone can get to you. Oh gosh. This was upside down. I mean, it was face down on the table as I'm talking about. The challenge is literally being shaken. The Tower. It could be as simple as what I've been discussing, like someone coming at you and you, as a result, find yourself shook. Triggered into anger or a less than centered response. Or it could be a bigger shakeup of your environment, like loss of a job, or change in unexpected change in your housing situation. Whatever it is, it's a big shakeup, and it has you knocked off kilter in some way where you're angry about it. Unmoored. Your focus is on the Hermit in reverse. I think this is in response to someone else who has withdrawn. Because I'm picking up on this shakeup affecting the two of you differently, where you are unsettled, anxious, upset, angry, feeling like your actions should matter more, but they don't for some reason, and that's upsetting to you. And then this other person is just vacating the premises completely. They're nowhere to be found. And I think you are wanting this person to reconnect with you or return to the environment. I want to say return to the scene of the crime. I don't think that there's been a crime, but you know, that sort of metaphor for wherever this shakeup occurred. You're like, come back and deal with this. You can't just ghost me. Let's see the recent past. What led up to this for Scorpio? What is the relevant part of Scorpio's past that's informing this situation? We have the Five of Wands. Some sort of sparring took place. This could be testing of skills, some sort of game-like competition. It feels things got heated when it was meant to be fun, but it triggered someone into a memory of a traumatic past. Six of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck there. And that is the crux of this Tower moment. From your higher self perspective, one of the benefits to this experience for you is an opportunity to take a fresh set of eyes on a very established situation. With the Ace of Pentacles paired with the Hierophant in reverse, this is like you are being handed a very real, very tangible opportunity to do things a new way. Not the established way of doing things, not the sort of entrenched, we've built this over years, it just is this way because this is the way we've always done it, but rather, I think the shakeup came in order to reinvent this, to rebuild it in a better way, a more effective, beneficial, mutually pleasing sort of a way. So if you're feeling like the shakeup shouldn't have happened, this is Spirit keying you into the perspective that maybe it's a good thing that this shakeup happened, because what can be built from the rubble or in its place is going to be much better, or has the potential to be much better. That's how it's built is going to depend on you and whomever else is involved. Show me the near future. Five of Cups in reverse. Okay, so in the near future, you feel like emotionally you turn a corner about no longer sort of wallowing in whatever upset feelings you might have about whatever's been toppled, and rather turning around, metaphorically speaking, and focusing on everything you have to gain. Focusing on everything that wasn't spilled, like, okay, not all is lost. This isn't a total loss. There's still a lot of good stuff here. Let me turn my attention to that and nurture it and allow it to sort of motivate me in a positive way. Ten of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck, although it is in reverse, it's still showing up. It's like the life that you want is not out of reach. It might just be going through a metamorphosis. What's going to impact the situation that Scorpio doesn't see coming? We have the Fool. Moving in a new direction, taking this on faith. When everything sort of falls apart, sometimes you have no choice but to take action from a less prepared position. I'm thinking of an example of like, well, someone who may have like stockpiled resources for a rainy day, needing to move out of that home unexpectedly, and not being able to take all of those stockpiled resources with them, faced with a new challenge, isn't going to be able to tap into those supplies. So it's like this disconnect between, well, I planned for this, but I'm no longer in that environment. So all that planning is sort of out the window, and I have to fly by the seat of my pants and come up with a creative solution in the moment with whatever resources I have now. So it's creative problem solving, definitely at the forefront here. But it's also with this sense of like, oh, you know what, I can do this. I don't need a full regalia of equipment in order to accomplish this goal. I'm good enough, I'm smart enough to do it on the fly. And it's bringing out this other quality of you that I think is going to be exciting in some way. It's definitely like allowing you to tap into a side of yourself that you haven't had to work those muscles in a while. Hopes and fears, we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. I think you don't want someone to make an offer because you want to be the one to make the offer. We have the King of Cups here. Remember, you wanted to, this showed up at the bottom of the deck when your initial card came out. It's like you don't want to be that ungrounded, easy to rattle sort of energy. You want to be emotionally grounded. You want to be centered. And the King of Cups is the one who makes the offer, right? It's the more masculine position to be the one to go after what you want. And receiving an offer as this firmly masculine sort of energy to someone who is not comfortable in their feminine, being on the receiving end, can feel almost like an attack. And I think that might be sometimes how you perceive this, because this is like, well, I really want them to come to me, but I don't like how it makes me feel when it puts me in my feminine energy. Ace of Cups in reverse. How do these energies most likely resolve? Ace of Wands. Well, we have 3 aces here. So much new opportunity and energy being infused into your situation. If you don't grasp this and use it, I'm going to be really disappointed in you, Scorpio. I'm teasing, but seriously, like, this is a lot of like being gifted this fresh new opportunity and inspiration and real practical resources in a very new way. It can really yield benefits if you utilize it well. And I think you're going to feel inspired and motivated in a new direction. I think it's going to be exciting and probably tied into how we were talking about this, like being thrust into a situation where you have to get creative and act on the fly. Could really inspire you in a whole new way. Your advice from Spirit as to how to best make use of these energies is to commit to something emotionally speaking. This could be literally to a romantic partner, someone who you love and care about very deeply, and Spirit is saying, go ahead and make that commitment. It's going to be mutual, it's going to be reciprocal, it's going to be beneficial for both of you. If this sorry, I'm trying to find where it's not going to be with the glare. If we're talking about you independently and not necessarily in the context of a romantic connection, this is just saying commit to what you love. Make the choice to whatever you're going to commit to from a place of what your heart is telling you to do. It won't steer you wrong. So Scorpio, I'm going to leave it there. I hope this helped. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you back tomorrow.